Hey comrade, I'm Makar, a small artist from Russia, and this is my first YouTube video. Welcome to life, my childhood dream. Hopefully it goes past one video. And what can be better for the first video than to tell of how I moved back and forth between Russia and USA. So strap in, get cozy, maybe grab something to snack on. Damn, I want something to snack on. And let's get started. First move, Russia, USA. For the context, I am 18 at the moment, but by the time I first moved to the USA, I was about 13 years old. It was 2016, I was finishing 6th grade, my dad was in USA, and my mom finding her love in herself. No big deal. I was doing basketball, was big into Homestuck and Undertale, all the normal kids' interests. Then my parents finally divorced, and my dad came back to Russia to then help me move to USA with me. I ended up here. Middle of nowhere between cities, living with his first wife. Yeah, it fucking sucked. I lived in a basement among mice. She was always drunk, treated people like garbage, was always yelling and forcing me and my dad to work around the house even though we were paying for ourselves. My dad and I, not exactly best friends. No support from his side, bratty attitude from me. Yeah, I really didn't like being there. And school, oh man. My accent made me so anxious I barely spoke. I wanna say that right now, I really can't care less about my accent. I love it. It's a good conversation starter. But back then, pure misery. Well, then COVID happened. Lockdown in the house I hated. Fantastic. Truly, I didn't study. I tried to survive in this house, watched anime, talked to my online friends, and learned digital art. That's what was keeping me sane. For 3 years in the USA, I only visited Russia once to see my mom. Past COVID, things somehow got worse. High school, constant reminder that I wasn't from here, barely any friends, terrible grades, constant stress. I started working at McDonald's, barely slept, stopped showering. Well, I wasn't really taking good care of myself before either. I hoped that moving from my dad's first wife's place would help, but it didn't. I was rotting away. So, how did I ended up back in Russia? Simple. My dad snapped over my grades, which were worse than ever. We got into a fight. I locked in my room and then he tried to break down my door. That might have been one of the scariest moments in my life. And guess what? I ran away from my home. My manager picks me up, got me to McDonald's because I had a shift that day, and then I went to live at my friend's house for the next few months. The same day I went to the police station, since my dad didn't want me to go back to Russia. And then, end of the year, winter, I moved back and started living with my mom. Traumatized, unstable, I couldn't sleep. I needed stress meds just to function, but rest, nah. I moved in a place near Kazan in Tatar village. Where I lived, it was conservative as hell. I went to school there, and you bet I got all the homophobic and transphobic insults while never being out. The reason they were saying that because I was a girl with short hair, strong temper, and who preferred pants over dresses that we had to wear. It was okay. I was so tired of everything back then that I couldn't care less. I was getting in fights with everyone. Teachers, students, my own parents because I'm a hater. And I don't respect people who can't look past their own points of view. My grades improved so much, I was only getting A's and B's. But not because I was trying. I just knew how to play the system, except math. I loved my math teacher and overall was pretty good at it. Not better than my sister, of course. She's a genius. So, yeah. 3 years there, and I was able to pull myself back up. Yeah, if you're asking, nobody wanted to get me a therapist or anything, and mostly I was dealing with my problems on my own. With the help of my sister. Oh yes, my mom remarried. Did I mention? My sister is the best, by the way. So, end of my school year. I get a message from my dad that he talked to a lawyer and that I could move back if I'd like. It was stressful to think about it, but in the same time, I wanted to get into an art college so badly, and so right after I finished school, fucked everyone off, I moved again. Well, Not instantly. First, I couldn't get my international passport. While waiting for it, I moved to Kazan and got a job at a bubble tea restaurant where I met my boyfriend. But next time about him. I moved in his apartment and lived with him and his neighbor, working, enjoying life after all. But as my move got closer, the more anxious I got. I left my work, plus was getting pressured by my family. Week before my flight, I had a constant headache, dizziness. I lost sleep and appetite. It got worse during my flights. But the moment I stepped into a USA airport, I felt free. Yeah, I missed my boyfriend more than anything, but it was okay. I waited 6 hours at the USA airport at night for my bus, drawing my sketchbook, but it was fine. I was free. And now, I'm a simple Russian agender thing that lives here. I really miss my boyfriend and my sister like crazy, but it's okay. I'm chasing my dreams after all. Also, jobs? Why are they so hard to find? I can't find a job for the life of me. Can't remember it being so hard. I need to find a place to live, get more money, hopefully get into my dream college and help my boyfriend to move. I wish I could take commissions, but yet nobody takes them. You see, I'm really not big on any social medias and my Etsy shop isn't that popular. Even though I think I don't draw that bad, I need time to build my audience. So please, if you like this video, drop a like, subscribe, check my art links below. You know the drill, but if no, that's okay. As Russian people say, на нет, то суда нет.